once again, everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your first time joining me today. Hi, my name's Hannah. I make a lot of different videos here on YouTube. Usually they're story times. This one is kind of a story time. I know that a lot of you are waiting for my next video in the Jennifer series, but I felt like I was kind of flooding my videos with just Jennifer series. And, you know, I've repressed a lot of these memories already, so I'm trying to kind of dig up the more obscure, less horrifying things that she's done. So this video is just basically going to be talking about the main reason, or I guess the straw that broke the camel's back, whatever you want to say, that I am actually leaving this job at this jewelry store. I haven't put in my 2 weeks notice yet. I'm probably going to do it next week. I was kind of just waiting for my refund from my scholarships for school, just so I won't be completely broke, you know. But yeah, that's what I've been pretty much waiting on, and that's supposed to happen next week or the early week after. So anyway, I'm about to put in my 2 weeks notice. But anyway, so I just kind of want to talk about the main reason, or I don't know, the last straw, basically. And I know I've talked about it in some of the Jennifer videos, like the stuff that's kind of pushed me over the edge, but this is like the actual tipping point where I was like, okay, I'm not gonna be at this job for many more months. So basically, if you don't know, if you haven't watched any of my other videos about this job or about Jennifer or anything, I would definitely recommend you go and watch those so that you're caught up to watch this video. But basically, I work weekends at this high-end jewelry store during school, and during Christmas, my boss asked me, you know, hey, are you gonna be able to work any extra time during Christmas since you're not gonna be in school? So I told him, you know, yeah, I was really wanting to kind of switch to full-time for those few weeks. It was about a month that I worked every single day, 8 hours a day, like 5 days a week, yeah. So anyway, he schedules it, and he actually had me working 6 days a week, over 40 hours. So I was telling my fiance about it, and he was like, so you're gonna get time and a half, right? You're gonna get overtime, not time and a half, overtime. You're gonna get overtime, maybe they're the same, I don't know. He's like, so you're gonna get overtime for that extra 8 hours, because I was working 6 days a week. I was on the schedule for 6 days a week. So I was like, no, I don't think we do that. And he said, well, you know, it's illegal if he doesn't pay you the overtime for that. So I texted my coworkers and our office manager, and they were like, no, it's really illegal, but he doesn't pay overtime. He just expects you to work 48 hours a week and just be fine with that. Well, that pretty much upset me because, you know, first of all, that's illegal, and second of all, it's just not right. Like, it's unethical. So because look, the store is only open 6 days a week. I want a day off, you know? So I texted the office manager, and I was like, hey, tell him that I'm not comfortable working overtime if I'm not gonna get paid overtime. Like, I'm not here just working overtime for nothing, you know? So I guess it would be time and a half, yeah. But like, I'm not gonna work overtime and not get paid for working overtime, you know? So she was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. And he seemed upset about it. He seemed upset that I wouldn't work overtime and not get paid overtime. He wanted me to just be okay with working overtime and getting paid the normal amount, which is not gonna happen. I'm sorry, but I'm not the one. So that kind of bugged me, but it didn't push me over the edge. So, you know, in the weeks of Christmas, it was getting really, really hard to go into work every single day because he was just snapping people's heads off. He snapped at me, he snapped at Elizabeth. It was just a really bad situation, and Jennifer was being absolutely insane. She was needing help. She took like 25 minutes to wrap one present. That's not an exaggeration. She was no help at all. She was asking a ton of questions. It was awful. And it was just a mess. It was so busy. People were being so rude. So I was already under all of this stress. So we were having these brand incentives with certain designers that we carry. And you know, it's basically where if you sell $3,000 worth of merchandise, from that point on, 10% of every sale you make goes toward an item of your choosing, and you know, you can get something for free basically for selling a lot of product. So we were all really trying to push that brand. If you don't know, the brand is called Gurhan. It's really, really expensive. It's all solid 24 karat gold. It's really expensive, but it's really, really nice. So we were all trying to push that, and I ended up selling the most of it. I sold like almost $10,000 worth. So I have like almost $1,000 to spend toward an item. So that's really neat. But what I'm trying to get at here is that he knew about that, but he was like deliberately stealing people's sales. I would work with a customer for 30 or 40 minutes trying to sell them on this stuff, and then he would swoop in at the last minute, convince them to buy something more expensive, and then totally steal the sale. I wouldn't get credit for it. So I don't get any of that incentive because he swooped in at the last moment and took the sale away from me. He did that at least one time a day the entire month of December. It was the most frustrating thing I've ever had to go through, because you're the owner of the store. You're getting all of this money. You don't need an incentive program. Like, you don't need the incentive. We do. Because we work, we don't get commission. We get a flat hourly rate, which is more than minimum wage. But still, it's a flat hourly rate. We're selling tens of thousands of dollars worth of product every single day. And we don't get commission, we get this flat rate, and the only other thing that we have are these incentive programs. So tell me how you're gonna sit here and swoop in and steal people's sales. And it wasn't just me, he did it to every single person. If he wouldn't have done that, I would have had so much more like money through the incentive to spend toward an item. I mean, it's not like cash, but you know, it's this amount that you've sold. You get 10% of to put toward an item that you want. And it's just like, why are you taking that away from us? You know, he is such a controlling person that it's kind of crazy. You know, like it's weird. I'm going to talk more about that in future videos. Trust me, don't worry. I'll talk about it. But so that was all adding to the pressure and the stress that I was under. I was exhausted. My ankle literally swelled up super big, and I've been having ankle problems ever since. I'm having to get massages to get the tension out of my ankles and stuff, but it was all building. Okay, so I'm trying to paint this picture of the stress that I was under at this time. And you know, I'm working, I'm helping everybody. I don't even want to know how much I sold during Christmas. It was probably at least $100,000 worth of stuff. It was a lot, because these are big sales that you make during Christmas. That is our huge time of year, okay? So I'm selling all this stuff, not to mention Elizabeth and Ashley, they sold a ton. Jennifer probably sold the least because she never knew what she was doing. But anyway, this is not about Jennifer. So I just kind of want to get that through to you, that I was stressed out. We were all stressed out. It was a stressful situation. We're working as hard as we can to like make all these sales and make all this money for the store and to make this Christmas awesome and to make the customers happy. We're doing all this stuff. And then December 24th rolls around. All of us had to work except for Jennifer because she needed to spend time with your family. Okay, we don't all have families, whatever. So the boss, he gave her the day off. He gave her Christmas Eve off to spend time with her family, because apparently none of us have families. But anyway, he gives us our Christmas bonuses after we clock out for the day. Well, Elizabeth's bonus was awesome. Ashley's bonus was awesome. I don't know what Jennifer's bonus was, but I assume it was probably really good. You know what my Christmas bonus was? After I've done all of this, and I've quite literally, excuse my French, worked my ass off the entire Christmas season. Like, I've never worked so hard as I worked during Christmas. 5 days a week. Anyway. My Christmas bonus was $50. $50. I make more than that working one day, one 8-hour shift. I make more than $50. So please tell me why my Christmas bonus was $50. Don't get me wrong, $50 is better than nothing, but it's not like I've been working there for 1 month or 2 months. I've been working there for 6 months, and hard at that. Like, working hard, I never say no. I always do literally anything somebody asks me to do, I do it, you know? So I never say no to anything. I do everything that I can to help everybody else, but I get $50 as my Christmas bonus. So naturally, I called Elizabeth. I didn't think that her Christmas bonus would be good since mine wasn't good. And I called her and I told her, and she's like, are you kidding? I'm like, no, I'm not kidding. Elizabeth said that when she got her first ever Christmas bonus, she'd been working at the store for less than a month, and her Christmas bonus was $300. $300. But I've been there for 6 months, and my Christmas bonus is $50. She said that nobody has ever gotten that small of a Christmas bonus, ever. Like, ever. It's unheard of. She said that before she even started working there, part-time people and full-time people got at least $1,000 Christmas bonus because we sell so much jewelry and we make so much money. But my Christmas bonus was $50. And I know that the people who hate my videos are going to be like, oh, it's because you don't do your job or blah, 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 blah. You can think that. But there's nothing more depressing than knowing that you actually do your job and you do the best that you can and you never say no to anything and you help out whenever you possibly can, and you basically get a slap in the face. I basically told Elizabeth that I would kind of rather just have not gotten anything than the $50, because it's like, I don't know how that could be interpreted as anything other than just extremely rude and spiteful. I don't understand. I mean, I've been there 6 months. I worked 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, selling probably $100,000 worth of jewelry during Christmas. So much money. I worked so hard. I did everything. Me and Elizabeth did everything. And I'm so happy that her Christmas bonus was over $1,000. I'm so happy that it was, because she deserves it. She does a ton up there. Like, she deserves that money. But I feel like I at least deserved more than $50. Like, are you kidding? And the really funny part about that is that, like, even $100. No, but the really funny part about that is that, you know, I was so stressed out and all this kind of stuff, and I was really looking forward to that Christmas bonus, because I was like, oh, it'll all be worth it, because, you know, you're working hard for a reason, you know, like, it's not going to be crappy. It's probably going to be, everybody told me to expect about $200, because that was kind of the average for part-time. So I was like, you know, it'll be good. It'll be worth it. $200, I would be happy with that. I'd be happy with $100, $150. But $50. Literally, I make like $90 a day working. So why in the world would you give me $50 for Christmas? Well, I don't know. But all my coworkers were really upset about it. Elizabeth especially, she was like, that is insane. Nobody has ever gotten that little for a Christmas bonus. Like I said, I know the people that don't like my videos are going to comment down below and be like, you didn't get a good Christmas bonus because you're a terrible worker, blah, 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 blah. And that's fine. You can believe that if you want to. But I know that I'm a good worker, and that's why it hurt my feelings so much. Like, if I really didn't do anything and I was just lazy and I didn't help customers or whatever, I I wouldn't be surprised that I got $50 Christmas bonus, whatever. But I literally do my job and Jennifer doesn't. And I'm almost positive that she got a much larger Christmas bonus than me. So there's that. If you're wondering why I refuse to hear any of it when people tell me, don't quit, that's why. I've decided I'm quitting because that was really insulting to me. Everybody else that I know was like pissed off about it. I was pissed off about it. But you know, before that, I was really stressed out. I basically put it out into the universe, you know, give me a sign if I'm not supposed to be at this job for very much longer. And there's your sign, a $50 Christmas bonus. Neat. So yeah. Thank you guys once again so much for joining me today. Leave me a like if you like this video, comment down below, and subscribe because I make new videos every Monday and Friday. Thank you guys once again so much for joining me today, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.